It's the 3 days before the primary. We're on the way to New Hampshire to observe all the campaigning. New Hampshire does retail politics, which means if you want to win, you got to shake people's hands. So we're going to go observe those events. We're going to hear candidates speak. We're going to see a state senator. We're going to talk to an academic, but mostly it'll be candidate events.
We saw every candidate speak. We saw Bernie, Warren, my guy, Andrew Yang.
Being up close and personal with the candidates is so cool.
You're able to see how down to earth they are and how human they are. A lot of times you can't see that on TV.
It's called Hofstra Goes to New Hampshire. This is the 2020 version. We started in 2003. Literally about 10 students and myself in a minivan. This year, we've got 2 buses and about 100 participants.
New Hampshire is really important because it is the first primary in the nation. This is a place for campaigns to prove that they're viable.
I just got to meet Andrew Yang. I took a selfie with him. I shook his hand.
When we saw Amy Klobuchar, I told her my mom would not rest unless I shook hands with you.
I teach, I'm in the classroom, and we talk about concepts and theory and, terminology and what have you, but there's nothing like seeing it. These are about 8 or 10 Democrats struggling to win the presidency, and they're fighting with everything that they've got, and students get to observe it up close. They get to see the political process, they get to see the media in action.
When we went to the Pete Buttigieg event, we decided that we were going to try and grab press passes. It was kind of far-fetched. And when we went up to them, they gave us a little space for us to be part of the press area with all of the other news outlets. So Hofstra today is standing with CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, like all of the big networks.
The energy outside the arena last night was intense. There were different supporters for different candidates. Anyone that you can think of was there.
Protesting over there and everyone with their signs, it's really an amazing thing to be a part of.
This trip is dynamic because it's cool to hear different perspectives from my classmates and my peers.
We're actually a pretty cohesive group. We all get to share these experiences. We all go, wow, Yang was hilarious, or that speech just was the exact same speech we saw last night.
I asked one of the candidates yesterday about reparations for slavery for African Americans, and it was very interesting to see some of the feedback from my peers.
It's important to be civically engaged, I think, especially for college-age students, because this is our lives, this is our future.
We have this education going to Hofstra, so it's very important that we take that education and use it in the future because we are the future of this country.
This is my first time voting, and it's really cool to be able to see part of the process. It makes me feel like my vote has more importance.
Being able to have this experience and be with other people who are also in the field that I am pursuing is just kind of a dream.
It was just sensory overload. Everyone was trying to sell you on to candidate. And you know what? I guess that's democracy.